We're going to have to get done really quick if we open in packs.
It's just 2.
All right. Are you going to start with that, Cam? Josh. There we go.
No. I was fixing it.
Wow. Drinking a bang called Delish Strawberry Kiss. And there's a dent in the top of the can that I didn't know until now. So I don't know how dents in cans work. If it's like, I don't know, spaghetti sauce. Does it make it less carbonate? I don't know. I don't know the rules.
That's not what you want.
Well, hopefully the 300 milligrams of caffeine are still good.
Did you watch that game last night?
I bits and pieces, and then it turned into exactly what we expected to be. And I was way more enthralled by the Yankees. I'm telling you, the basketball product is so bad. Baseball's putting on bangers every night.
And the ratings are
baseball.
still soaring for NBA.
There's nothing else to watch. It's not like baseball's a nightly national TV product. Baseball goes national like once a week. What are we going to watch? I can't even think of one other show that's going on television, bro. Everything's paid subscriptions now, man.
Yep.
The ratings. I know the ratings of our show, though, doing just fine because of the bomb people already in chat. Shout out to you guys. Emerson, Exit Screaming, Corey, Ricardo Rodriguez, Ricky Rodriguez in the chat. Let's go. It says, is there a Discord I can pay to get into? I mean, yeah, but you can also just get in one for free. We have a free one in the link below, in the description below. That'll get you into the Gundecker Gaming Discord, and these boys are chopping it up 24/7. So yeah, we do have some premium perks. I got how do I say this? I got nut stuck in my teeth. Yep. No, that was god dang it.
Where's Damron?
That I don't know. As soon as I said it, I was like, please come back. Anyway, we're just gonna move forward from that. We have a free Discord, and yes, we have tiers of like benefits for people that do support the channel, but straight up for free, click the link in the description below, get in here. Ricardo, and they're chopping it up every sport, man. NBA, baseball, WNBA, all that good stuff. And then we have the members only channel, and then of course the rundfs.com. God dang it, I just want to stop the stream, delete the VOD, and start over. Would we be okay with that?
Why? What happened?
I just bad words, bad wording. Can't ever run for president now. Just can't. Anyway, shout out to Ricardo. Shout out to Sheriff. Go and get your skimmer. Yeah. What up, Anthony Blocker? She looked like a dude. Gosh dang it. Gun, if you're eating sauce from a can, you got problems. This isn't 98. I don't eat sauce from a can. I was saying, so like my can of Bang has a dent in it. And I didn't know about it until I just opened it. And I just know, like, as a rule when you're shopping, if something's dented, you usually don't buy it. But Instacart gave it to me, so I didn't know if it was still good or bad or how that works. But I'm drinking it anyway. Hello, Mia Moore in chat. Sauce should be fresh. Well, yeah. What up, Sheriff? What's the biggest issue? Is it the live and die by the three? Yeah, I also just think the Celtics and Heat are a little bit more traditional because both teams at least have great defense, and the Celtics have what I think is probably one of the better defenses we've seen as a whole since the Spurs team. So, but the three ball is definitely, I think, the more surface problem for the league. But I don't know that was necessarily the case here for Miami and Boston.
No.
What were they? 0 for 800? Lowry and Strus.
Dude, they built the brick mansion in a record amount of time in 2 hours. No, it was just bad basketball. There was offensive fouls, terrible turnovers, bad screens. I mean, it was just ugly, man.
Yep. Yeah. What up, Kiefer? What up, Parker? Jonathan Adams? Of course, my girlfriend shows up. Right as I say, like, some sauce-tacular stuff. There's a peanut, bro. I had a peanut. God dang it. Sheriff said, remember back in the day when you could say stuff like that and didn't have to worry? Old heads remember before everything was on film. The good old days. Chat, we got less than an hour, and I gotta get out of here. So we're gonna dive headfirst into tonight's Warriors-Mavs game. It's the more alluring of the two series that are left, and it's probably gonna be the last one, realistically. So let's enjoy it while we can. Let's open up the PrizePicks board. This stream powered by RunDFS.com and the VIP spreadsheets. I actually just soft launched the new baseball spreadsheet where it's reflecting a lot more data on the index portal from this year. And then in the coming days, I should have a revised K factory and stuff like that. We did release an updated bomb detector, tweaking some parts of the algorithm, so I'm looking forward to see how that performs. And yeah, all that's behind the paywall at RunDFS.com. Opening up PrizePicks here. Let's start with the Mavericks side, the road team here. Mavericks are win or go home, back against the wall. You don't win today, well, then there's no tomorrow. Luka Doncic has 9 props on the board, such as 7.5 assists, 32.5 real points, 9.5 rebounds, 50.5 PRA in the fantasy, 57. I've got him for a lot. 65 fantasy points is my projection on him in this win or go home scenario. Jalen Brunson on the board at 18.5 real points, 25.5 PRA. 3 free throws made, 29 fantasy points. I saw projected him for 36 fantasy points. Moving down the line here, Reggie Bullock, 9.5 points. That's getting low. Dorian Finney-Smith, 20 fantasy points, 17.5 PRA. Why can't I quit you? Spencer Dinwiddie, 17.5 PRA, 11.5 points. Davi Spartans, hey, the half a 3-point made. That was a fun coin flip the other night. It hit. Maxi Kleber, nope. Dwight Powell, the devil is a lie. We're not going to mess with those two.
Two rebounds, bro.
We're going to scroll back up here. Josh, talk to me about the game script that we are painting here, and then what are we targeting from the Mavericks? Are we first of all, is your game script the Warriors handle this game pretty handily? Secondly, even if they do, unlike other blowouts, you should get most of the fourth quarter here, because what are you saving them for when your back's against the wall? And 3, are we keeping in mind our I don't know, role players play better at home, struggle on the road scenario. Talk to me about how you're approaching, how you're building cards, how you're envisioning this game going, and what do we target on Prize Picks?
Yeah. I mean, if it does blow out, they could lose probably like about 3 minutes because even in a closeout game, they'll empty the bench around 2 to 3 minutes and give the bench guys one last run too for the season. So there could be a few minutes lost
A
there.
couple Boban minutes for the
Yeah,
boys.
yeah. But I mean, those could be crucial minutes if you needed a prop to clear. Um, I think it just depends on the Mavs 3-point shooting. I mean, they just have shown, especially in these playoffs, that they live and die by that three ball, man. And when it's not falling, it's ugly for them. But if they stay hot from that last game, then this should be a good game till the end. Um, so those are my two main game theory predictions. I mean, it's either going to be the Mavs are staying close to the three ball, and if the threes aren't falling, then yeah, it could get lopsided for the Warriors. And I could see them pulling away in the third quarter. I think so I talked about this in the first look video, quickly go over it now, but I think a big reason not only that the Mavs were playing at home and they were due for some positive aggression and 3-point shooting, but it was also due to the defensive scheme by the Warriors. So the Warriors have been throwing different defensive zone packages at the Mavs and Luka, especially the last two games. And in that last game, they were doing a lot of 3-2 zone. And with that, it requires really like spot on rotations, and it's tricky. It's not a trivial defensive package. So if you're not rotating properly, which the Warriors did not majority of that game when they were in that zone package, and yeah, there was just wide open threes for the Mavs, and they were hitting those threes this time. The game before, they were missing those wide open threes. So I think the Warriors were kind of just hedging their bet, like, oh, we don't trust the Mavs to make their 3-pointers, and they ended up, yeah, going off for almost 50% from the 3-point line last game. I don't see that happening again. I mean, yeah, sure they could shoot better, especially from three. If the Warriors run that zone, but I don't see him like what Finney had 5 threes, Reggie had
The
what
GOAT.
five, 6. I mean, come on. And Finney had 23 points. It was definitely like a ceiling game for all those secondary guys. So yeah, I think being at home helped with that, and then the 3-2 zone that the Warriors were running helped with that. And even Steph after the game said like, yeah, our zone was not working, and then Jason Kidd switched up the offense and put Luka in the wing. And usually Luka, starts at the top with the ball, but he was playing off ball and playing on the wing, and Brunson was bringing it up to the top, and then that allowed Luka to work off ball and kind of work off that wing, which is more ideal in a 3-2 zone attack. So yeah, I think Warriors are going to change it up, adjust big time, and if they do and say they run more man to man and less zone, then what that's going to do is it's going to let Luka eat. And I think the Warriors are just going to be like, okay, Luka, you can get yours, kind of like what they did with Jokic, and just be like, yeah, you can get your points, but we're not going to let these secondary guys rack up all these threes. So that's kind of my prediction. And so I think Luka's points and fantasy is pretty safe today. I think he's gonna get his, especially if the Warriors go man to man, because they can't stop them when they go man to man, and that's why they're having to run so much zone defense. So I'm gonna rank order the Mavs. I'm gonna rank Luka top target, obviously, and then I'd probably rank his fantasy number 1 just because he fills a stat line, and he's gonna try to do it all. So yeah, the 57 fantasy, and they keep dropping his points too. So that he opened at 34.5 in the books, and PrizePicks opened him at 33.5, and now he's down to 32.5. So I noticed that compared to the sports books, like PrizePicks is taking the unders, going more under on all these Mavs guys for all of their props, especially points compared to the books. So I think PrizePicks is thinking that the Mavs are just gonna get destroyed. That's what I'm gathering from looking at the board, the Mavs board. So there's some low lines here. Yeah, so he's down at 32.5. I like that as a secondary piece to his fantasy. And then yeah, so if the Warriors run a man-to-man more than the zone, then Brunson and Dinwiddie should have easier times getting to the basket and getting to the foul line. So their points can be considered too. Brunson's all the way down to 18.5, and I think he's at 19.5 in the books. Again, going under with PrizePicks. And then I don't trust any of these other guys. Finney and Reggie. Again, I think that was an outlier game, and even though PrizePicks dropped Reggie down to 9.5. He's usually at 10.5. I mean, they're really wanting you to click over on these guys, and they think they're not going to get there. So I'm going to avoid them. If I were to take anything for them, I would probably take Finney's rebounds, just because he's going to play so many minutes and hustle out there. So that's probably the one I'd go with. And you could take a dart throw at their threes, but yeah, I just don't trust them today. And I know Dinwiddie burned us last game, but I think that was just, again, back to the defensive scheme by the Warriors, and just making the 3-point shots wide open for other secondary guys. And so it just took away like the driving potential to the basket by Dinwiddie and Brunson. It took all that potential away. So I think you could have a bounce back spot here. His points are down to 11.5 now, so I could get with that. And yeah, I'm not feeling super confident on any of these other guys. So I would just say Brunson points and Dinwiddie points as mid tier, and then obviously top tier would be Luka fantasy and real points. All right. Oh, and Luka's first half points too. Sorry, because I think we know Luka, his stamina is not great, and he starts to get tired towards the end, especially if the Warriors are attacking him and trying to push the envelope, which I think they will early on. I think, and also if you think the game's gonna blow up, if the Warriors just come out on fire, I think the 16.5 real points or fantasy could be in play for Luka.
Josh, while I was trying to keep tabs on your breakdown, like a porn bot came in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't put two and two together, but somebody blamed my earlier slip of my Freudian slip of the tongue, and it, I don't know how science and technology works, but so don't say sus stuff. But I appreciate the bot.
We'll learn your lesson then.
Maybe. I don't know. Hey, in order to type in chat, you gotta be a sub. So maybe I could farm subs. I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't much tabs to keep because I was just going over game theory.
No. I think I did a good job. I pretty much got all your stuff, but I just didn't know if you caught that while you were MF spitting. I got the fire. All right. So
I just think that the Mavs side of the ball is much more unpredictable in this game script than the Warriors. I think the Warriors are a little more predictable today. So that's just how I feel. So I'm probably just gonna play one Mavs guy, and that's probably just gonna be Luka, and then two Max. So I might pair him with like a Dinwiddie or something.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a sucker for Dorian Finney-Smith PRA, though.
Hey, that's going to be the gun special. I already had it locked in.
I already typed it up. You ain't say it, but I already typed it up.
Yeah.
I fully expect that. All right, so Luka first half. I get behind that. Luka, as has been the case this postseason, playing every minute of the first quarter. And then, like we said, if this game stays competitive down the stretch, you just might see it going. You just might see him play 40-plus minutes, so something to keep an eye on. Somebody in chat asking about the Underdog promo. So, I didn't get to... I got an email about it, but I don't quite understand it enough to feel like I'm qualified to explain it. But I will say Underdog has kind of a taco special today with... this payout booster. So I guess booster, a great way to promote. All right, so add this pick to any of your slips, and your payout will be boosted. So I assume if you add this to your cards, this Karim Benzema of a soccer team, I presume. I'm sorry for you soccer fanatics out there. If you take the over/under of 2.5 shots attempted, I'm just going to assume that he takes a lot of shots for this to be a thing.
Oh my God.
What?
They did it. The NBA did it. I just realized Scott Foster is the crew chief tonight.
Free throws. Let's go. Let's start it over. What
Sorry,
free throws can we take?
I didn't mean to cut you off. And oh my
No.
gosh, John Goble is the referee.
Where are we at here? We're at all right. So Draymond's getting ejected. Luka Doncic's free throws is at. We don't even have a free throw pro. Oh, 7, maybe. Anyway, so I guess if you add this to your cards tonight, they'll boost your payout up to. I don't know what the boost is. I should have done a better job.
Warriors are 1-14 with John Goble as the referee.
I don't want to push that narrative, but hey,
I'm not pushing the narrative.
No. I get it. That's just a factual statement, right?
No, I'm saying the NBA. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that the NBA doesn't do this on purpose.
I'm not. I won't. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, you said a factual statement. That's all. I'll leave it at. Coincidence? I'll leave it up to the chat. I don't have tinfoil on under this cap.
This really sucks because I Draymond was going to be a core play, and now I don't feel good about him.
Oh yeah, he's getting ejected, bro.
I mean, if not ejected, he's going to get in foul trouble early on because he's been in foul trouble this whole series, and now this is the first time we get Scott Foster in this series.
Anyway, all right, well, change that up. Free throws, though, right? Free throws.
Yes. Because especially if the Warriors switch to more man-to-man defense, like I said, Luka's just he's gonna push the ball down the envelope and just drive to the basket every time.
Luka's free throw prop is at 7.
He's a bad free throw shooter, but he should take 14 free throws.
Okay, well,
This is really bad.
Josh is panicking right now. The good thing about this game, Josh, is it's not for another 5 hours.
That makes it even worse. I have to sit here and have dread and worry about it.
Okay, well, I believe in you. If no one else will believe in you, Josh, I believe in you.
Thanks, man. I'm not worried about the prop betting as much as I'm worried about the Warriors winning this game now.
Hope on top, fruit on the bottom. Real Madrid. Okay,
Well,
so
I'll
five picks is 40x, only $20 limit. All right, I appreciate that, Flo. So while Josh collects his thought, if you add this prop to your 5-pick card, instead of 20x in your payout, you'll get 40x, but there is a max of a $20 entry. So what is that? That's a lot of money. So if you want to do that, take advantage of that. If you're not an underdog, why not give that a shot? Great way to boost your bankroll. I'll put a link in chat. Sign up for Underdog using this link. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. So technically a risk-free. You can make a risk-free $20 bet if you just deposit $20. Put it on that 5 to 40x, and then you have another $20 to play with on their dime. It's no slow drip. It's instant side credit. All that good stuff. You good, Josh? Woosah, breathe.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Josh, 1 through 10, how confident would you be in a two-man power first half? Steph Curry PRA and Luka real points.
Sorry, say that again.
1 through 10. I guess he's asking for a confidence rating on a scale of 1 through 10. 10 obviously being the most confident. Yeah. 1 being the least confident. 5 being somewhere in the middle. 6 being slightly above. 4 being slightly below. 8 being super. Anyway, how confident would you be in Steph Curry first half PRA and Luka Doncic first half points on a 2-man power.
I would say if I isolate the props individually, I would give it an 8 to 9 for Luka. And then Steph, I would probably say more of like a 7. So the average, is probably gonna be about 7 to 8. It's confidence level.
So based on our scale, it's slightly above, but also good.
It's just that like Steph, the only thing that can affect him is if Clay goes nuclear from 3 and gets hot, like they're gonna feed Clay in the first half. But Clay tends to turn it on in the second half, or if Wiggins is just really effective early on. But I would say 8. I would say 8 for both of them.
You ever taken those soft surveys where it's like, how likely would you be to recommend us to a friend? Very not likely, somewhat unlikely, unlikely, neutral, likely, somewhat likely. That's the response there for Steph and Luka first half. All right, diverting our attention to the Golden State Warriors, the Dubs. Backs against the wall, Game 7. With not only Scott Foster, who's the other guy that's skipping here that you said the Dubs are 1 in? What did you say? 1 in 17.
1 in 14.
1 in 14
in the last 15 games against them. With John Goble as the head official. So yeah, it's John Goble is the head referee, and then Scott Foster is the crew chief.
Oh, you're effed. You're effed in the A.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say, and Scott Foster being the crew chief, he, obviously that's the guy who makes this final call, like whether someone gets ejected, whether they should get a double tech and flagrants and stuff like that. So that makes it even more likely that Draymond would get ejected.
Oh yeah, he's out of there. He's gone, bro.
And then John Goble is probably just going to rack up all the fouls on Luka.
There is going to be an emergency podcast tonight, god dang it. Draymond in front of a mic gonna look just like you in about 10 hours. Okay. Well, on the PrizePicks board, we got Steph Curry with a total of 8 props to choose from. 25.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and this rebound prop was something that we were privy to start the series. And then, like you mentioned, the schemes have changed up a little bit, and now if they're gonna, go to a little bit more man coverage, maybe that opens up Curry to not only get back into that rebound, but also if the Mavericks regress in their 3-point shooting ways, creating more of those potential long rebounds. 5.5 assists for Curry, 3.5 threes. I know you mentioned this on your first look video this morning. If the Warriors are tasked with putting away this game at home, 3.5 threes for the greatest shooter of all time in front of that home crowd sure sounds like a fun sweat. Also have him at 3 turnovers, 4.5 free throws made, 41 fantasy points on Steph. My projections put Steph at 46, 47, so I do lean the over there. Klay Thompson, I know you talked about his threes, 2.5 threes, and while he hasn't had an elite series so far, you just feel like at this point, man, he's kind of due, and he's at home, and you used the line this morning, he could hit this in a quarter, and that's absolutely true. So that's a fun low line to sweat. 17.5 points on him as well. Also, half a steal for Klay Thompson, something that could be a fun low line to sweat. 27 fantasy points. Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 threes. We look back into the last game where Otto Porter did not play. Andrew Wiggins played 30 minutes, and keep in mind that fourth quarter didn't happen. So we were speculating on him getting a perceived boost here in the absence of Otto Porter. It maybe would have happened in that fourth quarter run, but instead of leaning on JTA and others, it looks like they went to Jonathan Kuminga instead. So wasn't just here Wiggins play every every single minute. But nonetheless, that does bring up Andrew Wiggins' floor a little bit because Kuminga, not quite the offensive player that Otto Porter is. Andrew Wiggins on the board, 6 rebounds, 15.5 points, 1.5 threes. I think that was the line you were on last game. And then Draymond Green, the captain, the backbone of this team. An hour ago, you might be head first into a couple G's invested in Draymond Green props. Now the water's a little bit more murky, but he's at 6 assists, 2.5 turnovers, 21.5 PRA, 29 fantasy points. I had him at 40, well above that line. Kevin Looney also on the board, 9 boards, 24 fantasy points. Jordan Poole, 15.5 points. I'm stalling to give you a little bit of time for you to process because I know you had a list and a lot of research already done. But what do we walk away with now for the Warrior side? I mean, how much of your game script is changing? I do feel like I sense a lot of whistles tonight, which is not great, but maybe it keeps this game at least more competitive, if not, the fix being in, which is, I could see that's where your brain's at. But if it's more competitive, if there's more whistles, more dead balls, maybe less assists, but more freebies, more points, I think one of the things I would look at is maybe Draymond's turnovers. So I don't know if you want to start with that, 2.5 turnovers if he's public enemy number one. But what are you thinking on the Warriors here? And I'll start my list.
Well, I'm gonna give my normal game script theory for the Warriors with the refs pushed aside not being a factor. Because we can't always let the refs dictate things in our process. So, but I mean, it is Draymond. He's a unique type of player, so you definitely have to consider it. But I mean, this is a perfect type of game for Draymond. I love targeting him in these games. Coming back home, and the Warriors when they get blown out or have a really bad game, and they return home, they usually play really well, especially on defense, and especially on the glass. I think what separates a championship caliber team and a team that's been there before, and just a team that's trying to contend, is just like all those small things and the small hustle plays and the things that don't show up on the box score but matter a lot. The boxing out, getting those rebounds. So I think in that closeout game against the Mavs, the Warriors killed the glass, and I mean they just went off with rebounding, and I really think we see that again today, because when the Warriors want to turn it on and rebound, they can get it done, and they find ways to win. I mean, that's just experience and being to finals what 5 times now. So I think rebounds are definitely in play, especially if the Mavs are trailing and they're chucking it from 3. So yeah, I mean, I like Draymond's rebounds, I like Wiggins' rebounds, I like Looney's rebounds. Those 3 guys hustle the most on the Warriors and attack the glass the hardest. So definitely get behind that. And then Steph's 5.5 rebounds is always in play in this matchup because how many threes the Mavs take. And with the Mavs, they spread out their offense so much with all 3-point shooters on the perimeter. So when they take those threes, there's really no one in the glass. And so a lot of times, the Warriors don't have to worry about defensive rebounding or boxing out. And so they'll just let Steph get the rebound so they can set the offense right away. So that's how he gets a lot of those rebounds too. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, rebounds are, I would say, are really key today. Just based on that game script and how I think it's gonna go. Yeah. So let's start with Draymond because that's how I was gonna go. I really want to go with this first half fantasy, and maybe we still can. If we think like, let's say he racks up fouls, but he does it over, over like 3 quarters or something like that. Maybe the first half he could still get there. So I think he's gonna come out really aggressive. I've seen him do this so many times right from the start. Just racking up rebounds, defensive stats, and even scoring. He usually scores early on in the game, so that's usually his time to shine. So I like his first half fantasy, and then rebounds would be second. And then the second target for the Warriors for me would be obviously Steph. Wow, they dropped his points down to 25.5.
Yeah.
It opened at 27.5. I don't know why they would. I
So,
mean,
as a point of reference, Underdog has Steph at 27.5 as well.
I don't know why PrizePicks did that. Okay, it makes me like that even more because I think with this officiating crew, I think he could rack up free throws as well on the other side. So he can he can get it done not only through his 3-point shooting. So I'm gonna rank that 1 for him. And then his rebounds 2, and then obviously his 3-point shooting is always live. And then I guess the free throws could be considered as a mid-tier 2 for him, being only at 4.5. And if there's technical fouls, he's going to take those tech free throws. And if they're trying to close out a close game at the end, he's going to look to get the ball to shoot those ice free throws. So that's a lower prop if you want to sweat that instead of his full game points. And man, PrizePicks just they nerfed all the Warriors guys, everyone in this game. So Clay is all the way down to 17.5 points. But I think I'm just gonna ride his 2.5 threes. It's really low for him at home, and I think he's gonna take around 8 threes, 8 to 10 threes. So I like this 2.5 threes a lot, and I think he can get with his fantasy score too because he tends to play really aggressive on defense in these closeout games, and if he plays 40 minutes like he should, he could definitely get there. And then third for me is going to be it's a close one. It's a close tie between Wiggins and Looney, but I'm going to lean Wiggins just how crucial he's been in attacking the basket for the Warriors. So I really like his rebounds because, like I said, I think he's just going to really show up on the glass today and get those offensive rebounds, second chance putbacks. So I'm going to go with the 6 rebounds. And then I think his 1.5 threes could be in play. I think he's going to take 5 to 6 threes. So that's probably number 2 for him. And then number 3, you can go with this fantasy as well. And then the big loon, man. I think he can have a monster game if the Warriors can maintain a lead or keep it close. If for any reason the Warriors fall behind and they are playing catch up, that's going to kill Looney's minutes and his production. So he's real game script dependent, but if we think it's going to stay close or if the Warriors are holding a lead, like Vegas thinks they will, I think we can ride with him. And he's all the way down to 7 points. I think it's pretty low for him. And now his rebounds are even nerfed down to 9 from 9.5. So he could even get a push there. I think he's going to rack up offensive rebounds too. I think both him and Wiggins are going to just eat on the offensive glass. And then lastly, Poole, I'm probably gonna fade. He's been really bad in this series, and a big part of it is that the Mavs and Jason Kidd have made it a priority to attack him on defense because he is the worst defender on this main Warriors unit, and it's showing. He is in constant foul trouble every game. He can't stop fouling Brunson and Luka, and he can't stop them, and they're attacking him, and he's losing out on minutes as a result. But again, game script dependent. So if the Warriors are trailing and they need buckets and they need 3-point shooting, he will get more run. But if the Warriors, or maintain that lead, slight lead, or it's close, I mean, I could see him really losing out on minutes today to guys like Moody, Kuminga, running more of like wing defenders out there to hold the lead with Looney. So yeah, especially if the Warriors play more man-to-man defense, I think he'll even lose out on more minutes. So I think you could consider some unders on him for probably his first half too. That's always been a target for us. His first half PRA. So you could definitely get behind that or just fade him because he could get hot from 3, so it could be risky. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand right now. If I had to just pick one favorite prop of mine, it's probably going to be Steph's points now that it's at 25.5. before it got nerfed down to that, I was gonna say Clay's 2.5, 3. I think it's just way too low for him. I know he's been up and down, but Clay at home to close out. I mean, I like that a lot.
The J Bros. Hey man, appreciate that sub. Welcome to the channel. Josh, let me ask you this. What's your would you take the over under on Dorian Finney-Smith 20 fantasy points? Do you like that line?
Wait, the under on it?
Well, I mean, do you like the over or the under on 20 fantasy points for Dorian Finney-Smith? A line that he's cleared 3 of his last 4, barely cleared in 2 of those 3, and then of course coming off perhaps a career type of game in that last outing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, just due to the minutes, I would say
the over.
Yes.
Well, check this out. There is about a 9-point discrepancy or a difference between the Underdog fantasy point line to PrizePicks. Underdog has them at 29 fantasy points.
That's broken. That's not right.
I'm just putting it out there.
No, you got it.
Shout out to Flo. Flo brought it up in chat, and that's one of those that just gets lost in the sauce because people aren't logging in to bet on Dorian Finney-Smith unless you're me. But yeah, that's a high line for DFS. So. Yeah, I would agree with you. I think 29 something I lean the under, and then as a point of emphasis here, we talked about it earlier. I did some more research on the side screen here. So the deal is you get a $20 bet, and it will boost everything you do if you put it in your card. So if you do a 2-pick play, it'll 5x the return. A 3-pick will 10x, a 4-pick will 25x, and the 5-pick will 40x. So I'm not going to tell you over-under on Benzema's, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, shots. I'm assuming that he's one of their studs, and I would hit the over on shot attempts. I don't know soccer, but I would assume it's the over. But the fact that it is boosting the payout is something that I do like. So if you guys want to get on that, maybe Dorian Finney-Smith's fantasy points under is something you could attach to this and have some fun with. So just a reminder, you sign up using code GUNDACKER, they're going to double your first deposit anyway. So you can get all kinds of boost action going on tonight on Underdog. And then we also have baseball tonight as well. So we might come away with some baseball plays. And if you are looking for some baseball jibber jabber, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to be on the Osmo channel talking tonight's baseball slate with my boy Eric. So might be able to pull away some picks from that one. And if I can jot some down, I'll share it. Schmertz Lewis, appreciate that sub, man. Welcome to the channel. So really fun promo. So I will say, earlier when you brought up chat, I didn't understand it. I walked away from the first thinking that you had to take 5 and get 40x, but you can take as little as 2 and be smart with the boost here if you're not super confident. So maybe don't force the 5 if you don't want to. So really, really fun way for you to boost your Underdog account balance. And then I was thinking on Monday or Tuesday, I talked about it when the baseball streams come back on a routine basis, doing some Underdog baseball streams on the day slate. So those look like it could be fun. So hey, might as well have that account ready to go. So check that out. Josh, I know you got some packs to open, so I might need your help recapping the Warriors props on the list.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so let's do that, and then you'll open up, and then chat. All I'm asking from you guys is just hit that thumbs up, man. We're at 30 at 130 viewers. You guys can get me to 60, man. You guys can double the likes. Hit that like button, and I would surely appreciate it. And as a reminder, we have a free Discord. You guys can jump in. Link to that is in the description below. It is free 99, the second best 99. You know what the number 199 is, Josh? Aaron Judge.
There you go.
I've been working on that one. But the NBA, baseball, WNBA, all that stuff's up there. And Josh, do you know when your first WNBA video is going to be? No pressure.
Let me check real quick. That's a good question. I'm just going to, because I think next week is pretty ideal.
Okay.
Because this week was only 2 multi-game slates. So let's see. We got a 4-game slate, I think, on Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
So
Bet.
that'd be really ideal. That's a lot for the WNBA.
Yeah. That's a massive slate for the WNBA.
Yeah, let's shoot for that for the first look video and live stream, because there won't be any NBA on Tuesday, correct? No matter what.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to a Game 7 anyway, so there might be a couple of gaps for NBA next week. So check that out.
Yeah.
But get in the free Discord, and they're talking WNBA, esports, baseball, everything, all around the clock. And then if you guys want the posted prop detector, Josh has been posting this, and also for WNBA, this is behind the paywall in the Discord. It's $5 a month on the YouTube channel. There's a join button by the like button. That's between you and Google. You hit that $5 a month, link your YouTube account with Discord, and these should open up. If it doesn't, hit me up. I'll try and see if we can troubleshoot the process. But for the most part, you guys have been able to link up without issue. So there's that. Anyway, recapping what we liked, then we'll open up some packs, and then I'll...
Yeah, should we just go over like maybe our top 5?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll just let you read it out, and I'll type it, because
Okay.
I caught up pretty well on Mavericks, but Warriors. So you just want top 5 in general, no team designated?
Yeah.
Okay, top 5.
Top 5 general, yeah.
No, top 5, no debating. We got to do this backwards, though. You got to go 5, 4, 3, 2. Build suspense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I'm going to say, so I'm starting at 5.
Number 5.
I'm going to say Reggie Bullock, now that his rebounds are down to 3.5. I like that. I can see him getting 4. And then
Number 4.
number 4 is going to be... I'm just trying to count how many Mavs. Number 4 is going to be... Dinwiddie, 11.5 points. I'm going back to him. I know he burned us, but...
Bro,
And
the porn bots are out today.
Let's get it. Number 3 is going to
Wait,
be...
what was it, Dinwiddie? I'm sorry, I got distracted by porn.
Actually, no,
bots.
sorry. It's hard because I'm working backwards now. Let's cancel that. He'll be number 6. I'm at number 4, so let's go with... Let's go with Draymond. I'm sticking with it. Screw Foster.
First half or full game?
I want his 7. And is it 7.5, or did they bump it down to 7 rebounds?
For rebounds.
Oh, good. It's 7 now. I want his 7 rebounds. Dre,
right.
he just goes off, man, on the glass in these key games.
Bet.
And you could go with his fantasy points as well. Is it at 28? 29 now. I got juiced a little bit. Okay. So maybe I like his first half fantasy more as a secondary option. And then number 3, let's go with Clay's 3-point, 2.5 3-point.
Clay, 2.5 threes. Bet.
And then number 2, Steph's 25.5 points. / 5.5 rebounds secondary. And then number 1 is going to be Luka, 57 fantasy points. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Boom. I'll post that. I guess I'll post that in the Discord. That'll give you guys. So let's go over here. I did get a message. Somebody said they're having issues linking their YouTube. So I'll give it to you guys individually. But the one thing I would say is, if you're like me, you have multiple Google accounts, multiple Gmail accounts. So make sure you are linking the right YouTube account, if that makes sense, to the Discord, because if I try to do it, it'll give me like 20 different options. So even some of them will have the same name. So that would be just kind of make sure you are linking the right one if it gives you a list to select. But there's the list on that. Getting caught up on chat before we get into the cards. You get the cards ready. I'll get the
Yeah.
answers ready. So we want to bring some light to Zay Paid said, check Wiggins fantasy, Clay and DFS, all big differences from PrizePicks and Underdog. So we knew about DFS. So let's see what Wiggins and Clay are offering in terms of fantasy point differential between the two sites. So Wiggins on PrizePicks is at 28 fantasy points, and on Underdog, Wiggins is at 32 fantasy points. So 5 points, 4.5. Not massive, but definitely notable. And then Clay, right? Clay's the other one. Let's see what Clay is at. Clay is at 31 fantasy points versus PrizePicks, where he's at 27. So 4, decent gap. I know it does feel like typically Underdog gives us a more aggressive set of numbers as a whole. There are times where the inverse happens, but it generally is the whole. It's just the Dorian Finney-Smith one is probably one of the most drastic contrasts I've ever seen. A 9-point difference is pretty steep, but
I would smash the under on that.
Yeah. Steve says Aaron Judge, Brewster Whitecaps, Cape Cod baseball. There we go. I thought that was gonna like lure me into like Aaron Judge, San Francisco Giants 2020. You know what I mean? Something trolly, but you did, my boy Steve. All right, before we get out of here, as is tradition lately, we're gonna open up 2 packs of cards, looking for some tarot.
WNBA.
And WNBA. Is there even WNBA games tonight?
There's one. Yes.
All right. Apparently they pulled the fantasy. God dang it.
Broken for sure.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that while you could. Yikes. All right. Let's pop some packs.
Let's start with the illusion.
This is NBA first, or is it both WNBA?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe do WNBA first because no one knows what that is, and then go to the NBA.
Okay.
So we can, cliffhanger the folks.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah. And chat, remember, in 22 minutes, I'm going to be on the Awesome channel talking baseball. What do we got?
We have Danielle Robinson. She's not in this game.
And I said, hey, Danielle Robinson.
And we have, it's a solid card. Chelsea Gray.
Yep.
And
I know who that is.
These are all the same players from the same team. It's like all Indiana and Vegas players.
There's like 3 teams, bro. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Oh, that's just a straight up same player though. Chelsea, you had Chelsea twice or no?
Yeah, but just 2 different cards. One was
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now NBA.
Hit it.
So hit that thumbs up and I'll pull a Michael Jordan mint rookie.
Right off the bat, dude.
10 mint gem Steph Curry. All right. Points and rebounds. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. This is a pretty cool card.
Kyrie.
It's clear.
Oh, that's pretty clean.
There. Guns all-time favorite. Friend of the program. We always get him. Darius Garland, man, was he good to us with props this season.
Oh my God, the assist legend.
And Cole Anthony, man. Both those guys.
Bro, I like these cards. The cards you had the other day, I didn't like the design. These are clean.
Oh, you like the illusion packs?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's see what we get in the Prism. Prism tends to be the more popular line. All right, Hayward,
you blow me.
Ayton, no thank you.
Oh
no.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh. Scott Foster,
Gun
rookie.
special.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's see if I turn it this way. Oh yeah. It's all signed. Bam.
Yeah. Wind sprint. McGillicuddy.
Wait, D Wade? What?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what year is this?
AI?
Okay. Team USA. Bro, what is the point? Well, like, there's no year on this pack, huh? It's just like random cards.
They do that. Oh, look at that. Our boy, your unicorn.
DeJounte, let's go. Yo, who's behind him? Who's behind? Wait, who's behind? I can't see. Is that Maxey or Boban or?
That's Brolo.
Brolo. Okay, it looked like a Mavs jersey from this weird angle. All right.
Forbes.
Oh,
I see a special card at the end here. I don't know who it is. Let's see.
What does that mean?
Theo
Autograph?
Maladon.
I actually have Theo's autograph on my desk somewhere.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
You were there in the opening.
Let's go, Big Loon.
Oh, rebounds to the
They always
moon.
give you the one highlight special.
So why is that one green and the other one's not?
Because they always give you the one more rare card per pack, and it happened to be Big Loon.
Is that like numbered or?
This one is not numbered.
Oh, okay.
Those are really rare. But yeah, those are the ones you want, the numbered ones for sure.
That's what you want.
That's a good sign though, man. So we got Steph, Finney, and
God dang, what is up with these porn bots today? Bro, that's at least the third one, right? Sheesh.
Different one?
This is the third one I've had to ban. I guess chat, we're being insulted, man. Yeah, apparently we're the target audience of porn spam, right? Because I'm just gonna leave that alone. I was gonna go on a little, anyway. So hey, that's the cards. Shout out to the cards. You got anything to close, Josh? Yeah, that was pretty fun pack. You got me. You're getting me the itch to get more packs. I've been more of a baseball card guy, but yeah, but those are fun.
Baseball cards are much easier to find. Basketball, they're hard to find, like in retail. You have to go to your local card shop, but yeah, baseball you can find those pretty easy right now. You should go buy a pack of a Prism. Or Prism box of baseball.
The thing with baseball cards, or the thing with cards, is like you're basically losing money 98% of the time.
Yeah. I mean, we're losing money.
I was, in my head, I was thinking that. I was like, that's probably not a morale booster.
I mean, no, but we're burning money every day on random stuff anyway, right? Whether we're consuming it or material things. I mean,
but they're only fun when you open them.
Yeah.
And then you put them in a box and you don't touch them again.
Yep. It's that cheap thrill you get right from the get-go.
Games in a couple hours, chat. Get in that Gundacker Gaming Discord. Things might change, and maybe there'll be a surprise voice chat or something like that. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to work on baseball. I appreciate you guys giving me part of your day. Yep.
I was to say, heads up. The game, it says it starts at 6:10 on PrizePicks board, but that's not right. Today it actually starts right at 6 is tip off.
Scott Foster ain't having none of that.
Well, I mean that's key because I know people are putting in cards late, all the way up until last minute, and PrizePicks will say, "Oh, you have 10 minutes left," but that's not the case, and then you'll try to enter and you'll get an error.
Chat, make all the money tonight. Make all of it. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's the flip side. That's stupid. I love you guys. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money. What a weird close.
What a weird chat you have going here.
Yeah, I haven't been hit with these porn bots before.
But it's the same. It looks like the same bot. You said there was multiple ones.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably just like a automated sign-up process. I keep banning them.
That's annoying. It means you're getting too popular, man.
No, it's the porn industry thinking that our community is a bunch of
Degenerates.
Bunch of thirsty, porn-hungry people. I don't know, target audience.
A bunch of degens.
I mean, that part's true. It's the weirdest thing you would gamble on. I bet on coin flip, literal coin flips, like
Yeah.
at a pool